We're talking about manifesting the advanced way today. So I'm going to give it a couple of minutes for the crew to show up. And then I'm going to go live over here on TikTok and let's change some lives today. We're going to be doing some energy pulls. I'm going to answer your questions on manifesting. So I'm just going to give it a couple of minutes. This is the boring part before I get spicy on your ass. All right. I'm going to go live over here on TikTok. So we're going to go through the intro all over again. I love you guys here on Facebook. All right. We are going live over on YouTube at Diamond Know, where I'm going to answer all your questions. Hey guys. So I'm going to answer all the questions for those of you on TikTok, over here on Facebook or YouTube. Diamond Know, we're talking about the advanced way of manifesting. And I'm going to answer some questions today about what's holding you back. We're going to be talking about that. How did it go after our last live? So the last live we did, you can catch the replay. We talked about the why and the importance of healing inner child, and we did a guided meditation. It was super powerful. How are we doing since? Because there should have been some shift. Hello, everyone over on YouTube. I love you guys. I don't know how to get comments here on TikTok, so I'm just trying to figure it out. I have no idea. I literally need someone babysitting me over my shoulder endlessly. You were so spicy last week. Wasn't I, though? I know, because I'm done with 4D bullshit and spiritual narcissism. I hate it. It makes me crazy. And that's like a big part on why I decided to get my ass back on TikTok, because there's so much bullshit out there. And I would love to call them out and actually name them, but we're not going to be that mean. We're going to talk about, I don't want to get too spicy today. I really do want to share my love and I want to share my compassion. I know I can be quite an asshole sometimes. So I'm just over it. I am so over it. You cried so much after the meditation. Oh, sweetheart. It's an intense one, right? I've been teaching that meditation for probably 20 years. Really intense healing meditation. So for those of you that haven't got it, go get the replay. Let's talk about manifesting. So I really want to answer your questions. So start filling up the comments for me over here on YouTube of how can I be of service to you? So I've been teaching this, you guys know, for 20 something years. Like I've been a spiritual advisor for a really long time and it has morphed beautifully. But let me be of service. So how can I support you? I don't want to answer questions in regards to, is the love of my life coming in? Because you know I'm going to be spicy ass because that's a you thing. It is about you aligning. And I really want to talk about how to align in your highest timeline. We've got huge energy coming through for us in August. I've already done the monthly forecast. It's coming out in the newsletter. Make sure you get it. diamondno.com. Sign up for the newsletter. It's free. The whole monthly forecast for August. I don't bring it public just because there's some stuff that isn't for public platforms in there. And it is going to be about arriving in our highest timeline and honoring our power, honoring our truth, standing in the highest possible vibration. It is going to be up, see, up and down, up and down, up and down. We are going to be challenged to the core. We've got Mercury retrograde hitting us on the 4th. That is a slap in the face of take a deep breath, zip your mouth, shut up, and listen and be the observer. And we've already got 2 other retrogrades happening right now that are all about self-evaluation. And this is why I want to talk about manifesting, because you're going to be hyper speeding your manifestations. Whether you want the thing or not, you're going to be bringing it in hardcore all August, because August is a gateway opening of slamming you in the face with the things that you are aligning with. So it's really important that we really get in touch with what we are creating. So the first thing I'm going to say with manifesting, if you are watching this, we'll get a little spicy for a minute, shall we? If you're signing up for courses on the 5 steps to manifesting, you're wasting your money. If you are like the law of attraction, there's 12 fucking principles. There's 12 universal principles. People call them universal law. It's principle. It's how the energy is governed through you, with you, for you. And if you are only using the law of attraction, you are missing the boat. You're not aligning. That's why we see people aching for purpose, aching for more money, all of those things, because you're not aligning with it. You have to understand all 12 principles. So we're not going to go through that today because that's going to take up too much time. You can grab that in the program Fully Awaken and Ascend, the pre-recorded program on my website, but it doesn't matter right now. It is not just about the law of attraction. So we are going to talk about phase 1 of manifesting for you. Okay, let's just back the whole fucking thing up. You are always manifesting. You are always, always manifesting. You just maybe are receiving things that you don't desire, but this is why you're always manifesting. This is how it works. There is 5 steps to the creation process, to the manifesting outcome process, okay? Those of you over here on YouTube, you've been with me a long time, you know this. Your beliefs, which are in your subconscious, so this is the first one. Your beliefs in your subconscious, all the things that are holding you back, all the things that your caregiver said, did, told you, your ancestor story, all that shit is in your subconscious. Your subconscious creates an emotion within the physical body. That emotion becomes your frequency. That frequency becomes your perception, the lens, the way you see the world, and that becomes your outcome. You are always creating. So if you're getting toxic over and over again, it's time to be a recovering toxic. It's time to figure out why. If you are getting lack across the board, you need to figure out why you're blocking, why you are preventing yourself from receiving. Is it, I'm not worthy of receiving? It's not safe for me to receive. It's not safe for me to be seen. This is the energy that we are moving through in August. So, June and July, I've been screaming it from the rooftops. June and July, we're all about preparing for August. August is standing in the mess that you've made, or the energy that you have created, the good stuff. So, as we're moving through this wave that's available for us, you're going to be receiving hard and fast everything that you are in alignment with. So, if you are lying to yourself and being like, all is well and all in divine timing, then you are not going to get anywhere. Oh, I just figured out how to see comments on here. Swipe right. Oh, swipe left to close. Got it. Okay. Hello. Oh, look at that. I can't do that. That's too many things. Okay. I'll answer your questions on YouTube. So we want to pay attention to what is being reflected to us. So we're going to talk about the principle of correspondence. Everything is a reflection of you, but it is not a reflection directly of you. What does it make you feel? So I just recently went through something hardcore, actually, and I do things the hard way so that you don't have to. It's freaking awesome. But I just went through another layer of feeling unsupported or unrecognized. And you guys have heard the cat litter story, right? So it's not quite that. But I just went through this big holy shit moment the other day where it was, oh my God. So what we want to do is recognize, what are we actually feeling? And you can do that in multiple ways. You can do that through mirror work, just having a conversation with yourself. You can do that by lying down and closing your eyes and being like, okay, what am I actually feeling though? Because we want to find the vibration so that we can change that vibration. We want to heal that. So, step one is being aware of how you are constantly creating and manifesting. That's what you're doing. Step two is, what is the principle of correspondence reflecting to me? What am I feeling? Because as within, so without. If you have fears of being kept, that was my biggest one. Okay. That's all my mommy and daddy issues right there, being kept. Massive abandonment stuff that I used to have. So, if you have fears of being kept or abandonment issues, you're going to watch things be pulled away from you. You will see your money come in and your money go. It will come and go as in a very equal cycle. You will have heightened states of love and low states of love. You will have praise at work and then a lot of criticism at work if that's your fear. So let's dive into figuring out, what are your fears so that I can support you in navigating August's energy. So I want you to show me in the comments here on YouTube or Facebook, because they're co-connected on my laptop here. Where is there lack in your life? And let's rewrite that today together, okay? So with so we know the 5 steps of creation. We're always creating, we're always manifesting, we are aligning. The principle of vibration is, we are energetic beings. Everything is energy. Everything. Prosperity, you can't manifest money, you can't manifest time. They're currency, they're not frequency. So prosperity, love, receiving is a vibration. Whatever we are vibrating, we are energetic beings. Everything vibrates. Everything is a frequency that vibrates. That's the principle of vibration. And the principle of attraction, aka law of attraction, manifestation, is responding to the principle of vibration. So, ready? It's a you thing. Everything that you are going through right now is a you thing. It's your vibration being reflected back to you. Like energy attracts to like energy, they connect. I was teaching a retreat last night. I love that group. Oh my God, there's like 30 something of us. Oh, so powerful last night. Guys, whoever, I know some of you were in the retreat. How are you feeling with this? Like, oof, it's so good, the content. But one of the things that we were talking about is um, resistance. And I've had this download that took it on a totally different level for me. So, in the quantum realm, ready for this download? In the quantum realm, the highest possible outcome with the path of least resistance is always what's going to happen. The resistance, your resistance to receiving causes the resistance of receiving. Digest that for a second. Your resistance, your fear, your I'm not worthy, I'm not safe to be seen, I'm not going to be kept, who am I to have this? All of that bullshit story that's going on within you is the resistance that's resisting you actually receiving the thing you think you desire, which is fix it, get over the fear, heal the fear, right? Um, I loved that. It took it to such a deep level for me. And then we talked a lot about how that entangles into the power of 369 moving through you. Look at it as every fear you have. So, low vibration is a block of ice. This is great for manifesting, guys. Low vibration, fear, survival energy, smack talk, no boundaries between your ego and your heart self, doubt. All of those things are like a block of ice. They're low vibration, like a brick of ice. High vibration, acceptance, love, prosperity, joy, flourishing, passion, sensuality, all of that good stuff, the thriving stuff is like fire. And so every time you go into a low vibration, you're putting a brick of ice in front of you and you are building an ice wall. That doesn't mean you won't receive your desire. Your desire is high vibration, prosperity, divine purpose, the love of your life, high vitality in the body, a healthy, flourishing body. All of these things are high vibration. They're fire, and they're on their way to you. It's just a question of how many blocks of ice you're going to put in between you and that desire. Eventually, that fire will melt the ice. But if you keep putting blocks up over and over and over again, you're really slowing down the process of receiving. So it's so important to heal the shit that is within you. Heal your inner child. Your inner child is your emotional body. I just did a TikTok on this the other day. We have 4 bodies: emotional, mental, physical, spiritual. The emotional body is your inner child, all past versions of self. That is your subconscious. That's your emotional body. That's where your vibration comes from. If you don't heal the trauma, the pain, the rejection, the abandonment, the all the things you've gone through, you will not receive your highest timeline. It's moving to you. So we've got to go in and heal that. That's what shadow work is, the limitations within our belief structure. Fourth dimensional consciousness is take shadow work way off the handle and made it this big, like, oh, shadow work, let's do it. And like, fuck off already. It's so stupid. It is like, calm down. It is just your limitations. This does not have to be a big deal. It's actually so simple, but we overcomplicate it by glorifying it and pretending to be spiritual. So that's not what it is. So I'm going to go into, yes, like intrusive thoughts on repeat, exactly that. So I'm going to start to answer some questions here today. I have until 3 o'clock. So let's get your questions answered. We're all going to learn from them. I feel that for sure. Okay. So me and several other starseeds have been having numbness in our fingers on the right hand for 2 weeks. Do you have any information on this? It's a very interesting ascension symptom. And I think it's interesting that you and multiple starseeds are reflecting each other so beautifully and absorbing each other's whatever it is that you're absorbing and reflecting it back to each other, because that's probably what's going on. We share energy, and the majority of thought creates the outcome. So when someone's like, oh my God, this ascension symptom, this is what I'm going through, and someone who's a little bit naive in the brain or a little bit like, oh, impressionable, will be like, oh, that's an ascension symptom. And they'll start to manifest it, the exact same thing. So the person who had it originally, good job on being super powerful. Numbness in the fingers. especially the right hand, would be avoidance of being the doer. We have one of the 12 principles is the divine principle of essence, fourth dimensional consciousness 40. People call it the law of gender and the divine masculine and the divine feminine, and it's horseshit, just so you know. I talked about that last week. It is divine essence. It is the divine creator and the divine doer, that we are both, and it's bringing those into union within self. We are here for unity. We are not here to talk about the body gender parts. We are here to be in union as creator and doer. So right hand represents the action, the doer. So I would go into thinking or processing, what am I afraid of building for myself energetically? Am I afraid of building my divine purpose? Am I afraid of building a really thriving relationship? Am I afraid of building my financial structure? What fears do you have going on in creating and doing and building the action oriented stuff? That's what that would be, avoidance of being that builder. So there you go. There's that. Okay, next question. Again, those of you over on TikTok, if you want your questions answered, jump on YouTube, Diamond Know. So, the next question is, how do you navigate when working on healing the fears? You do all the things mentioned, but the thoughts still continue to surface. I love this question. It's actually really easy. Ready? Let's really simplify it. So, you've done the healing, and then you've got these intrusive thoughts going on over and over and over again. And it is an automatic thing because we have neurological patterns in the brain. So, when we're a child, we are imprinted. Mommy and daddy go, meh, meh. Mine sure did. Holy fuck. Um, our caregivers, all of those things, right? So, for me, the intrusive thought was always, I have to be the best lover in order to be kept. So I had to be really good at sex, or so I thought, anyways, right? I was like, get in there, get it done, like be the best that you could be. Um, because my parents abandoned me all the time. The first time I was abandoned, I was 4 years old. I had just been completely sexually violated by my babysitter's son. I was 4, and I was put on a set of steps downtown Toronto with a note and told, do not leave this step until you see another mom and child, and you're going to give it to them. And then my caregiver just got in the car and left. And I was 4, sitting there on the stairs being like, are you kidding? Terrified, having no idea what had gone on because I'd just been fully violated the day before, still aching, still terrified from that. And now I'm sitting on concrete stairs with a letter in my hand, having no idea what's happening. That was the beginning of my abandonment. There was a lot more than that in my life. And so the intrusive thought for me was always, am I going to be kept? I have to try harder. I have to be the best lover. I have to be the best partner. I got to be a really good girlfriend. I have to cook. I have to clean. I have to do all the things in order to be kept. I have to be smart. I can't bring up my challenges. I can't be confrontational. I can't have a voice. And then I started healing all of that. But then the panic of being abandoned, that intrusive thought would take over and over. Maybe they're going to cheat on me. Maybe they don't even really truly love me. Maybe they're going to steal from me. And so we have these neurological patterns in our mind, in our brain, right? And what we're taught and what's demonstrated to us creates let's call it a canal. Okay. So from point A to point B, there's this canal. It's a habitual automatic response that just keeps going off. And your brain, your ego, until your ego is healed, we do not shun the ego. When the ego is healed and it merges with your consciousness, your isness, your heart, your soul. I don't believe in soul, but when it merges and they work in union, that habit's still going to be there. It's an automatic response. And so the ego will be in survival mode, constantly on alert, looking to protect you because that's its role, is to protect you. It's just like a spoiled little brat that doesn't know how to communicate properly. So we got to train it. So it's aching to keep you safe. So that pattern is going to be there. That habit is going to be there. Once you've done the healing, what you want to do is set yourself up to introduce a new neurological pattern. So you're going, that's why mantras are so important. When we say I am, that is the vibration of creation. Whatever you're putting on the end of I am. So I'm tired, I'm broke, I'm poor, I'm not feeling well. Well, good job. You're creating that. Like, don't be a dumbass. I am. creating new patterns. I am safe. I am thriving. You're going to replace that old pattern with your I am statements, and you're going to own them. And then you're going to look for evidence of that to build confirmation, to build confidence, to continue to do that. If you continue to allow yourself to move through that, you're going to start to develop a new neurological pattern. But here's the tricky part. So there is a big red flag warning with this, okay? You're going to start to build this new pattern. When those patterns become equal, so in your healing journey, this is why people revisit the dark night of the soul over and over and over again. How many dark nights have you been through, right? We keep going through it over and over again. And this is why. When we get those two neurological patterns, the old dysfunctional one that's sabotaging us and the new healthy high vibe one, and they're equal, your ego self is going to be like, nope, nope, this has always kept us safe. I'm not willing anymore. And it's going to have about 3 days of throwing a temper tantrum. You're going to be cranky. You're going to think it's not working. You're going to get dark. You're going to be like, what's the point? This isn't working. This is stupid. I don't like my mentor. And you're just going to fire off. I look for that because when that happens, that's how I know it's time to tip the scale. And you just got to push that little bit more because they're equal. We have to tip the scale to the new one. And then you are going to see tremendous transformation right after that. So look for that red flag. When it happens, celebrate it and be like, here I go, I'm making change. So that's what I would start with, darling. Okay, again, TikTok, I'm over on YouTube. Diamond No answering questions. Let's continue on. I tend to get vibration in my third eye. It's there, any deeper connection or insights you might have. Vibration in your third eye is just activation. Just let the energy move through. We are going to have massive this week. Actually, there is a big shift in the way the energy is moving through Gaia. Her electromagnetic field is shifting quite a bit. We're hearing this about the poles, right? So it's moving. We're experiencing different energy as it starts to shift. And the energy is moving up through us differently. She's purging and we're absorbing it. So you're going to feel a little bit of like, what the actual and why do I hate humans so much? You're going to have a few of those moments because Guy is like throwing it all up and we're absorbing it. And as that's happening, it's pushing energy up through us. And then we've got this massive download energy opening up as well to kind of counterbalance. Everything's in union. So whatever's happening above is happening below, vice versa. So as Guy is pushing, all of this is pushing down as well. Plus we've got those damn retrogrades, right? So it's purging. We are purging what doesn't serve us energetically. So it looks like being super cranky. So I'll talk about ascension symptoms specifically in a second here. Super fucking cranky, spicy, really, really busy mind. We're not sleeping. We're having crazy dreams. We are short on breath. We have highs of inspired action and we have lows of I need to go to bed. I'm done. I'm over. That's how the energy is moving through us. So you're going to feel vibration. It's very likely that you'll feel that. Not everybody. You may have headaches. So here's the specific symptoms: headaches, shitty circulation in your body, hence the numb fingers, the numb toes, pins and needles. If I hold my phone for too long, literally my phone crashes onto my face because my hands are falling asleep because it's like, oh, if I'm laying on my back, right? So bad circulation is one. Then we're having some lower body ascension symptoms, which looks like urinary tract infection. It could be as drastic as kidney stones if you have some anger still flourishing in there or some pissed off energy. Pissy offy energy is big right now. So we're seeing liver stuff, we're seeing kidney stones, we're seeing cold sores. That's the anger trying to come out. It's your body showing you that it wants to heal anger. Then we've got some like yeast infection stuff going on. We've got some skin rashes like in that area. So like ingrown hairs, jock itch, things like that. We've got excessive thirst. Is anybody else dealing with like, I cannot pound back enough water right now. Like I am pounding it back. And on top of that, TMI, I'm also constipated. Like, what the actual? I'm drinking so much water and I can't poo. Like, this is what we're going through right now. The energy is just like, ooh, holding on so tight, right? So vibrating third eye, that's just activation. It's just energy moving through. Celebrate it. Celebrate it. And then you can just tell it to calm down. tell it what to do is one of my mantras. You can tell anything what to do, your food, your body, everything. Just calm down. Everything's fine and let it. If you start getting eye twitches, then you're really getting activated. So pay attention to that. All right, let's go into the next question here on YouTube. Yeah, we're feeling the shift, right? Hi, Shirley. Okay. What else? How do I get out of my head into my body? I've tried meditation. Mm, you know what I do? Literally, I just bounce. Our bodies, like our four bodies, can separate, like feel like they're separating. So your energetic body is made up of your spiritual, emotional, physical, mental body. And so if you're feeling really out of body or really caught up in head, when my ego gets like that, my mind is like on overload. I give it a job to do. So I will sing Taylor Swift. I'm a Swiftie. I can't help it. I'm not a Swiftie because I'm not like obsessed. She's just really catchy. So, and I think she's a marketing genius. So I'll just pick a Taylor Swift song and I'll be like, here you go, ego. And then I just put it into the background, like the radio playing, and I'll give it a job to calm it down. I also notice that my ego is very good now at identifying when it's a little overloaded or my mind is a little overloaded, and it'll start counting. So, like, I'll be walking up the stairs going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm like, oh, whoa, okay. So I have to give my mind something to do. So usually I will read something and let my mind mull it over. That lets my mind have a job, and then I can anchor back into my body to connect back into the physical compression. Like, it's so good. Just rub your hands, squeeze your hands, rub in some lotion, touch it, go it, like give it something to do. Go celebrate it, right? Um, it's finding a way to connect into the pleasure pieces of it. And so I find that just putting on lotion or, a little self-love or something like that will bring me right back into my body. Or you can jump or compressions or go outside. Lots of people are seriously neurotic about grounding on earth. Her energy is aft right now. No, thank you. I'll do a little bit and then I'll be like, yeah, no, I like mine better. I'm just going to go back inside, or I'm going to put on Crocs or something. Because her energy is wildfire right now. She is birthing something very new, and it's very uncomfortable for some of us. Is anybody else feeling that, or is it just me? I'm like, ooh, you're spicy. No, thank you. So getting back into what else can I offer you for that? Let's go into. I'm going to go into the cards in a couple of minutes, and just randomly pick messages for you guys. Would you give me what I should concentrate on? Okay, let's do that, Leela. So, would you give me what I should concentrate now on my life? I've done so many deep subconscious work, and still my life doesn't seem flowing easily in some areas. Oh, I can give you a whole lot of stuff, babes. So, we're going to go into that. All right. So, what I want to see right now, I'm going to answer this question about what should I focus on. So, I want you to pick one or two in the comments. Show me. I'm picking two different messages, and we're as a collective, we are very connected. So, I'm going to give you an overall, and I'm going to give you some tools. So, hit one or two. I want to see in the comments on where should I put my biggest focus right now, and then we're going to find another question and we're going to dive into that. So, I'm going to give you some tools when I'm waiting for you guys to pick one or two here. When we've done that deep subconscious work, I'm going to be real honest with you. When we've done the deep subconscious work and our life is not flowing easy, it means you have resistance. It is meant to be easy. I am a woman who literally came from the gutter. Like, I came from multiple caregiver homes. I've been abandoned over and over again. I have desired to not be on earth and attempted to not be here several times. I spent quite some time homeless. Like, it's my story is wild. And I always say, if I can do it, you can do it. I have arrived at my highest timeline. I literally need for nothing. I love my life. I'm in divine purpose. I am surrounded by my people, the people that you really connect with. And I'm not afraid to be myself. I ache that for everyone. And what I know is it gets really easy when you allow. So I would start to ask yourself, your thoughts, your statements to self are a very strong vibration. So the first thing you're going to want to do is choose What vibration, what story am I devoted to? We talked about this in the retreat last night as well. What am I devoted to within the conversations I'm having within myself? Because you're putting that in motion. So you want to get into, are you stressing endlessly? Easier said than done to walk away from stressing from something. I know I was neurotic. I was there. I was trapped for a really long time in my 20s. Um, but I promise you, if nothing ever changed by worrying about it, nothing ever was solutioned by worrying about it. So if you have a problem, you're going to ask yourself, what's 5% action I can take towards resolving this? And you're going to take that 5% action and it's going to change. And you got to stop the story. You got to stop holding on and choosing to repeat the shit that's holding you back. Okay. So I'm just going to scroll down the comments and see who picked 1 and 2. Here we go. Amazing. Let's go into number 1. So where we should put our focus. And then we're going to go into number 2s. Okay. All right. Number 1s. The thing to predominantly put your focus on right now in order to arrive in a higher timeline. What I'm hearing is adaptability. I'm hearing you are stubborn, number 1s, and that you're holding on to that story, that you're holding on to that belief. I'm also hearing that there's a high probability for suppressed memories that are holding you back. So here's some tools for all of this. We do not, you will never, ever, ever see me at a fucking woman's circle being all spiritual in a dress and flowers in my hair for a reason. I am not holding space and I will not. I will not. I have the 4D. I was there for so long. Let's hold space for it. You're allowed to feel your emotions and let's purge it through and hold each other and honor each other. It's so disgusting. So gross. And this is why. You're adding to it. The moment that you start to put your focus on the boo hoo and you have 5 other fucking women doing it with you, think about the energy that you just created. The big ass vortex of pity party bullshit. You're gonna keep getting it for at least 36 hours. Do not do that. Do not do that. We have all gone through trauma and we all have emotion. Anger is my favorite emotion because it's the highest vibration of contrast. When I get angry, I know exactly what I desire and I know exactly what's over with. And I take that anger and I demand what it is I will bring into my life. And my life, boom, changes in half a heartbeat. I can manifest anything when I'm pissed off. This is a gift. Sadness, it is a releasing through the physical meat. So the meat's not holding on to the emotion anymore. That's what crying is what screaming is. These are all powerful, powerful tools. But if you're sitting there playing a sob story over and over again, you're going to get the same effing result over and over and over again. Great job at being a dumbass. Like, don't do this to yourself. This is about what can you adapt? What can you let go of, number 1s? It's time. You know where the dysfunction is. It's probably in here. You know what's dysfunctional in your life. Are you filling your body with like ick, like all of the chemicals? Are like, don't do that either. I'm not like all about like clean, perfect organic eating and veganism and all of that stuff. You do you, like whatever works for you. But there has to be balance, and you have to tell your body what to do with what you're putting into your body. So there's a lot of things that want to be let go of for number 1s. What is the toxic shit in your life that you're willing to just acknowledge and be like, yeah, this isn't serving me? All right, it's time to come up with a plan. You don't have to take action right away because awareness always brings change. So when you become aware of what's not serving you, it begins to shift on its own and your ego will participate in it. So, what do you need to let go of? What bad habits are not serving you? And start to be a little bit more adaptable and a little bit more fluid. We don't need to be so stubborn. The other thing I'm hearing for number 1s is stop looking for the thing. When we go off searching for the person, place, thing and trying to figure out the how and the what, and let me tell you, when I was in 4D, I was like, but what are the stepping stones? Like, just tell me what to do. Like, what's step 1 through? Like, what do I do though? And I remember like my guides just being like, allow it, Dime, allow it. And I'd be like, but how? Like, how? Right? So, can we let go of that? Because if you're trying to force it and figure it out, you're going in the wrong direction. I live by the philosophy, if it's hard, it's not right. That's it. If it's hard, it's not right. Don't do it. Let it go. because it's meant to be easy. And I can assure you that because I'm on the other end of super, super easy. There's moments of challenge, like we are human, but there's not days or hours of challenge. There's these little blips, right? So we want to let go. We want to look at what's not serving us. We want to become aware of it. I am willing to allow change. I am willing to allow this toxic person, place, thing to step aside so that I can continue to flourish. Those are the mantras you're going to be using. I love that, Dare. This morning, I kept telling myself, I am the how. I don't need to look for it. Absolutely correct. All right, let's go into number twos. So, this is what your focus desires to be on. This is your isness, your consciousness, your higher self, the same fucking thing, as above, so below. Weird concept. It's both. Um, so, this is your primary focus for right now in order to move through things. A lot of you are star seeds. That's real cool. Hello, star seeds. I love star seeds. Um, it is twofold. One, make sure that you're not putting your power outside of yourself. I feel like a lot of you have already moved through this because I bitch at you all the time about it. If you are saying, and this also goes to the question, how does one know if one is in 4D or 5D? Here's clear indicators of 4D. Trust the universe. Bullshit. All in divine timing. Bullshit. All is well, thankful, grateful, blessed. These are all 4D things. Like, this is ridiculous. There is nothing outside of you. There is no magic wand. There is no guide directing you. That's not how this works. I went into that last week on a massive rant. So go catch the replay on YouTube of that one. Because, like, let me tell you, I tore apart 4D. I was in it for so long and I know how badly it held me back. When you're in 6D, everything is just easy. You're like, oh, this is what I'm allowing in. And boom, boom, it's there within 24 hours, no matter what it is. It's you understand how to use energy. If you have massive lack and you're struggling, you are in 4D. That, to put it in a nutshell. So back to what number twos want to put their focus on right now is making sure that you're not putting your power outside of yourself, that you are understanding the universal principle of divine oneness. So go and revisit that principle. You want to look, and it's not that we are all one. It's much bigger than that. You are working towards unity between ego and heart. Isness consciousness, 4D calls it soul. You're working on the connection, the friendship, the loving bond between those operating mechanisms, as well as allowing download upload energy. So specifically for number twos that are already past that and in 5D, here we go. There is right now, we are looking at a very big timeline of divine inspired action and clarity downloads. Okay. I channeled the galactic. I'm connected into all those things. I'm insanely psychic. It's just a generational thing in my family. So we get downloads, we get like universal wisdom, and we get conversation with higher vibrational entity energies, right? So those are downloads. It's like a phone call home. We can all do it. Everybody can do it. It doesn't make you fucking special. Go check yourself. Okay. This is not about being special. Everybody has the possibility to do this. It's just calling home and learning how to do it. So that's a download. An upload is when the universal wisdom that is already in you, which everything is in you, you are universal flow, uploading through the ego. So number twos, it's time to like create that gap, that space for yourself for the upload to happen. Stop looking outside of yourself. Stop praying to your guides, talking to your ascended masters, because that's not a thing either. There's no such thing as a master that is in control of you by any means. You're here for self-mastery, heads up. So we want to make sure that we are not praying outside of ourselves or asking for signs or evidence or any of those things, because that's not going to get you there with manifesting. This is letting the wisdom move up through the ego self so that the ego can process it, digest it, and go, oh, that's what it is. We all have the same amount of consciousness within us. Until you have your light body code activation, which is the expansion of that when your subconscious is healed, your inner child is fully healed, then you're just more light, right? So you're more wisdom. The wisdom moves through you with more ease, but you all have options for that. So It's time to connect in and allow that to flourish through you. Okay, we got 20 more minutes. So I'm going to go back to questions here on YouTube at Diamond No. Let me scroll here. I love that you've been singing that. That's wild. Ah, so good. All right. Okay, resistance. All right, what other questions do we have over here on YouTube? I believe it should be easy. And when I feel at ease, would you tell me if it is fear from this life or another one? I'm going to get a little spicy because I love you. We have, did you know that karma isn't real? You know, that's a big fat lie. You know, that's a very 4D thing. Karma is not real. And so we cannot bring karma from a past life into this life. We cannot do that. I'm going to give you a quantum physics smash in the face in the most basic kindergarten language ever. Ready? So, every single life that we are living, every single life that we have lived, living, past, future, all of that is all happening at the same timeline. Okay, so I want you to imagine a light. I wish I had a screen that I could share to both things here, but I don't at the moment because I wasn't prepared for this question. So I want you to imagine a ball of light. Okay, so a little circle. Now I want you to imagine. I need props, guys. Hold on. Where's my fucking chapstick? Okay, we've got a ball of consciousness. Okay. So this is at the core of every single one of your cells. Ready? This is so good. This is going to debunk karma for you in half a second. All right. Now, okay, like 3 minutes. Here we go. So in each cell, there is a ball of consciousness. This is your cell. In the middle, boop, is consciousness. This is your soul. It's in every single one of your 40 trillion something cells. Okay. You don't have a soul, you have consciousness in each. Quantum physics calls it light. Okay. So it's in there. Now I want you to imagine the infinity symbol, the junction point, the middle, the crossing point of the infinity symbol is where this is. And the infinity symbol is moving like this through it. Okay. That's one life. Then there's one beside it. That's a parallel life. Another one, a parallel life. Another one, a parallel life. Another one, a parallel life. All happening at the exact same time, because it's a micro to macro thing. So each cell has this, but then you are that in the sacred flower of life. You are one of the circles of the sacred flower of life that is co-connected and overthreaded. But just for shits and giggles, let's simplify it. And we've got all the infinity symbols, endless infinity symbols running through this. That is your past, present, future lives, all happening at the same moment with the same, someone just called me bullshit. Okay. With the same awareness, the same wisdom flowing through. Okay. So that it's parallel, it's all experiencing itself at the exact same time. Whatever happens to this impacts all the lives. So karma is not a thing. You can see some douche McGee be a douche McGee and still have all the prosperity and still have all of the things and live in their best damn life. Spelling error. Okay, cool. So you can see that happen. And you're like, well, they're a bad person. Like they're so greedy and they're so this. No, they're not. They're high vibe within themselves because they're confident as F. Confidence is a high vibration. We judge it as bad. We judge it as good, whatever. So karma is only the principle of vibration and the principle of attraction responding to each other. 12 principles. There's no principle of karma whatsoever. I don't want you to be a bad person. Please don't be a bad person and do bad things, because that's not cool. We're trying to be in union and we're trying to move towards love. But the truth is, you can be a complete mother effing a-hole and do whatever you want. As long as you are in your head in high vibration, you are going to receive high vibration over and over and over again. This is why greedy people, I just threw that for some reason. This is why greedy people are continuously wealthy, because they're in the vibration of prosperity and they understand it. You don't have to be greedy to be prosperous by any means. I'm very prosperous and I don't have a greedy bone in my body. I wear freaking clothes from, I don't even know where. Like my shirts are all like $3.99. I don't know, right? Like, so karma is nothing. Okay, I feel like karma is your mother genetics. Nope. Well, I mean, who knows? I'm not saying I'm right. I'm not saying I'm wrong, but you were born in the womb of your mother's vibration. Yes. So you're conceived in her soup, in her goo, and you're grown, and your bones and your skin and your eyes and your brain, your vibration is grown in her goop. And so you are submerged in her vibration. And then you are born and you continue to experience her vibration. But you can change your vibration at any minute. Any minute, you can change your vibration. Because if I was my mom's vibration, I would be a narcissistic, sexually abusing asshole. And here I am changing lives across the globe. You can change your vibration because your vibration exists within your subconscious because it's your emotional body. So the moment that you heal and transmute, which is one of the principles, one of the 12 principles is the principle of perpetual transmutation, meaning you can change anything to anything you want in a nutshell. So when you go in and you heal the inner child and you heal the subconscious, you change your vibration, you don't have it anymore. It's gone. You can be anything you want. There's no rules that says you have to be anybody. So karma is not a thing at all. You get what you are. And your perception of someone being an asshole is your perception. And your perception of someone being a bad person is your perception. So if you have the perception of them being an asshole and you're fixated on the fact of like, I can't believe that they're such a bad person. Oh my God, like how could they? That's so wrong. That's so rude. What's going to happen? You're going to meet another one. You're going to attract in a whole other one. You're going to be like, what is with the people in this world? Like they're so low vibe. I can't even stand it. Da, da, da. Boom, another one. And you'll just keep crossing paths with the same bullshit over and over again until you change your vibration. We can only change our vibration. When you change your vibration, you change your reality and change the reality around the people of the people around you. So it's a you thing always. So there's that. Okay, let's go back to questions here on YouTube. Oh, yeah, it can be super uncomfortable or challenging to understand what your vibration is within your subconscious, and it's not that's how this whole company started. That's what my mentors do. We dive in. Like I have trained my mentors so beautifully to dive in and be like, that's the limiting belief right there. It is a journey and it's uncomfortable for sure. And it can be a little bit challenging to find the baseline core of it because we are in a we are in a society that profits off of self loathing. So everything we do, we're like, oh my God, I have self worth issues, but it's never self worth. You already know you're worthy. It's the fear of judgment of others or the fear of safety or the fear of sustainability. Like you have to find the vibration that's attached to that belief that's limiting you. And it's one journey, it's one deep dive, but it's completely doable. Without balance and love, there is no love or life. I really like that. That's nice. I really like that. Oof. I'm in your class, Healing the Inner Child, and it's so good. Thank you. Oh, you're so welcome. Let me look at some questions over here on TikTok. I didn't even know I could see them. What does it mean when the tingling across the forehead? It's your third eye. Just simplify things. There's 13 just asking. Out of the 12 principles, I only operate off of 12. There's a whole bunch that were dissected and changed into something else because everybody wants to be special and be like, here's what I think. I don't know. I've narrowed it down. I've been teaching this for 20 something years. I've been functioning off of it for 20 years. I teach 12. So 12 principles. Da, da, da. Okay. Sorry for the ignorance. What's 1 and 2's? Oh, we were doing a card reading. If you go over on YouTube, I can get the questions. This screen is really small and I don't have my glasses on. So I'm going to scroll one last time. Hello, loves. Oh, I love that you guys are all here. Jump over to the tube of you at Diamond No, and I will answer all the questions. I'm going to go back over here. Okay. I have 13 minutes, guys. Get your questions up on this, please. Let's go. Okay. Okay, you want me to send something specifically from you? Yeah, I'll totally do that for you, babe. Let's go. I already offered it, but I didn't think you picked up on it. Okay, so okay. You want to know specifically what the thing is holding you back? I think I need to have a conversation with you. I don't think I can just boom because I think it's very multi-layered. Um, there's a deep fear of freedom. There's a deep fear of opening up your heart and trusting your heart. There's a deep fear of, am I falling or am I like, it's like you don't know the difference between your intuition and your gut intuition. Your gut intuition is your survival operating mechanism. People are like, listen to your gut. No, you don't. No, you don't. Your gut is your survival operating mechanism. It is completely attached to your human brain, which creates the ego self, which is your survival operating mechanism. So we don't listen to the gut, we don't listen to the butterflies, we listen to our intuition. And our intuition is very, very, very clear when we give it space to think. So I just feel like there's been a lot of being dropped energetically for you. And it's like learning to open up your heart and trust the transformation, but there's a resistance to um, probably judgment. Like specifically, I'm hearing like it's not okay to be different, or it's not okay to be raw and exposed, that I have to be like a certain style of person or a certain like there was expectation put upon you that sort of kept you in this box, and liberating yourself fully is really scary, and it can be. I had to do it. We all go through it, but there is beautiful transformational opportunity for you. Also hearing there's a lot of starseed energy moving through you, and you're not fully connecting into that either. So once you do that, things will flourish a little bit more. So it's going into the heart, being heart centered. There is a gap between your in breath and your out breath, a little gap. Pay attention to the gap. Just bring your awareness to the gap. There's no thought in that gap. So if you just sit and stare out the window and be like, gap, give your ego a jump, gap, 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 and let your ego feel the gap. Don't hold your breath, but bring your awareness to it. That'll train your ego to so that you can hear the intuition, that you can hear your inspired action, and that'll get you there. But there's just some fears to um, really truly unveiling who you are and standing in your power. A lot of people are fearful of their power. I remember having a psychic reading back when I was in 4D, looking for power outside of myself, being like, what is happening? I don't know what to do. Where's my divine purpose? I was like 22. Um, um, she was like, oh, I just see you stepping in your power. And it's like you take off this coat and you burst out of a closet. And I'm laughing and I'm like, well, okay. What does that mean? And how do I do that? And that's all she could give me. So there was that. It was funny. But stepping in your power is, does this mean if it needs healing, if our life experience we explore? I'm not sure what that question means, sweetheart. I find it's so busy over here. So if you want to jump over to YouTube, I will stay around for a few more minutes. I just have a call shortly, but I will look for you, Chief White Buffalo. I love that. I love your vibes though, just so you know. It's so good. Oh, okay, let's go back over here. Hello. If you have a chance, can you please pull a card for me too? Sure can. Oh, look at that. Look at what that is. That's nice. I didn't even have to look at it. I love you so much, Bex. Thank you for that. No questions. Just want you to know you've taught me more than anyone in this past year and appreciate you. I love you tremendously. Okay, so soul contract, divine contract, August. So here's the message that wants to come through for you. You have purpose. We all have purpose. We know this. Um, so it doesn't happen overnight. Okay, this is really important for those of you that are looking and aching for divine purpose. It doesn't happen overnight. There's no switch that's like, I'm on stage. I've helped a lot of people out of 4D into 6D and really arriving in divine purpose. I've done that for so long. Um, and there's this delusional piece in 4D where we're like, and I'm not saying you're delusional, the one who I'm pulling the card for, I'm just sharing overall. There's this delusional piece of trust the universe, all in divine timing. We've already talked about that. Get the replay from last Thursday. If you do, like, honestly, I dropped so much information in that. I'm a complete spicy ass in that one, but there's information for you. So when we're moving through into divine purpose, it is a gradual process. So there is the seed. I want you to think about a tree, okay? So we've got our original seed, we put it in the dirt and it's dark and we don't know what we're doing. And we're like, I feel something. I feel it. Like I know I'm meant for it. Okay. And then we go through the seed in like exploding, like breaking through to become a root, a little whatever the fuck it's called, right? So all of a sudden it's this little seed, a little green thing, but it's still in the dirt, it's still in the mud. Is that tree in motion towards being a tree? 100% it is. And so that's your conceptualization. That is your stay in that and understand what you have mastered in your life. That is that phase. And then it breaks through the soil. And you're going to go through a phase of like, yeah, I'm in divine purpose. This is awesome. And you're going to be looking around and you're going to start to compare yourself to other people in divine purpose. Don't do that. You're still a tree. You just aren't grown yet. And it is a growing process. It is an evolutionary process. The same way our awakening, our ascension is an evolutionary process. So it's listening to that inspired action. You're going to have this big vision. I know I had mine. I am here. I speak on stage all the time. I travel the world all the time doing this. Um, I'm a published author. My next book's coming out in September. Like I I ached for this and I held on to this vision for far too long and that prevented me from hearing the stepping stones towards it. So you can have your big vision, you can know where you're going. It took me 20 years to arrive here. And if someone would have told me that 20 years ago, I would have been like, I'm going to make it happen. And I would have forced it and it wouldn't have happened the way it needed to. But your divine purpose is also the journey through divine purpose. So it's wild and it's beautiful. And there's no arriving, there's no destination, there's no such thing as destiny, there's no finish line. It is a never ending, limitless journey where it just gets bigger and better all the time. So calm yourself down, look for the next step, celebrate each step, make it worth it, make the journey worth it. Don't rush it. Like I say that and you can feel a whole bunch of energy being like, but I want it right now. You already are the seed in motion towards the tree. Just acknowledge that and it'll get easier. Stop fighting it, stop resisting it. So there's that for you. All right, 5 more minutes. Here we go. I'm over here on YouTube, Diamond Know, answering questions. Oh, everybody wants to know what they need to do moving forward. Heal the shit that's holding you back, honestly. Like, that's it. Just get it done. Go in, heal your emotional body, heal your subconscious, do the inner child work. There's a program on my website. It's 27 effing dollars. Like, come on. If you can't invest 27 fucking dollars to heal your damn self, then you're never gonna, like, it's not expensive for a reason. It is there. So you can do that. You can start that journey and figure out what is the emotional body holding on to. All you have to do, literally all you have to do, this is how I arrived. I healed the things that were holding me back and everything else. Downloads, uploads, inspired action let me arrive in this seat where I'm living my highest timeline because I listened. I listened to that isness within me. I listened to the inner babe. I healed that babe and everything became easy. That's all you have to do. We just love to complicate it. So go in and heal your limitations, heal your inner child, and you will arrive. It's all there. You just have to trust. Trust is the hardest thing to do, by the way. I'm going to be teaching that. I have one seat left. So the newsletter is coming out on Sunday with the free monthly forecast for August in it. And in that, I say I have one seat left for the Ascension Mastery course. So this is the last time I'm teaching because I'm going on tour. So it will be running with my mentors who are so unbelievably qualified and the most amazing humans I've ever met. I love them so madly. They are my tribe. They're my squad, man. Like they're amazing. We love each other. And they're all coming here. So you're going to see a bunch of pictures on TikTok of all of us like hanging out. Gling. Like we're going to have fun. We're going to be human. But they are trained to do it. So they will be teaching it moving forward. I'm teaching the last one. It starts on Tuesday, the 30th. And it's 6 weeks. And I have one seat left. Yes, it's an investment. It is not $27. It is an investment, but we will help you. It's fine. Just if you really want to get there, do it. So there's that. Okay. So let's go back to questions. I'm going to do one more because I have 3 minutes. It's amazing what you can do in 3 minutes, isn't it? Oh, here we go. Oh, I was really hoping that Chief White Buffalo from TikTok was going to come over here on YouTube because I really wanted to be able to read something for you. But I don't know what your questions are, and I don't want to just free will it and throw something at you. So, okay. I don't know. Oh, to continue, I have to move the puzzle piece of the cow into the spot on TikTok. There we go. Still going. Okay. Let me just randomly scroll here. There you guys go. Hi, Harmony. What it means to be a starseed. Right? Isn't it, Dare? Okay. What does it mean to be a starseed? That is a different day. That's a long conversation. There's so much information out there. Here's what I will say on star seeds, and I'm just going to pull a general. So I'm going to pick one or two for the last. I have a minute left, but I'll stay a few more for you. One or two. What do you want? One or two. This is going to be a direct message for what to put your focus on, how to arrive in your highest timeline, and I'm going to talk quickly about star seeds while I'm pulling this energy. So, star seeds. It is way too complicated to just explain here, but I think we're all star seeds, and we'd be stupid to think if humans were the only things. And I love it when people get all up in my comments and be like, you channel aliens? And I'm like, yeah, you're stupid enough to think that there's just humans and some dude on a throne that has a crown on that's saying you're good or bad. Like, are you that? Okay, cool. You do you. I'm not interested in your like small box of thinking. Of course, we are not the only species. Like, we'd be ignorant to think so. So there's that. So star seeds are other realms. We'll just put it at that. How about we put it at that for now? We're going to go into one or two. So hit me up in the comments. What message are you picking? One or two? Listen to your intuition. Take what resonates, throw away the rest, as I always say. So let's get into it. Okay. I'm totally an alien. Yeah, we all are, just so you know. Everybody's a starseed, but that's fine. All right, number ones. Wholly multifaceted. What is going on with you, number one? So, number ones, the direct message of where you are effing up and where you are doing well is the same. Whatever you spend time with, you become. So I want you to think about your electromagnetic field. Is your aura and your electromagnetic field are the same freaking thing. They vibrate. Frequency has color, it has vibration, it has sound, it has all the things. It's the same thing. Okay. So your electromagnetic field is a big bubble and it is around your body, and you're walking around like Humpty Dumpty with this energy thing. And then you're spending time with people who also have an electromagnetic field, because everything does. And the electromagnetic fields entangle. So whatever you're spending time with, you are becoming. High vibration is like fire, low vibration is like ice. If you are high vibration, you will melt and transform that ice. So here's the message for you. It's like this. I'm big ass fire. I am a really high vibe. Okay. You get into my space, your shit changes. Like, you don't have a choice. Your life changes and transforms. It's amazing. I will trigger you unknowingly, not intentionally, but whatever needs to be healed is going to come to the surface. You're going to heal it, and you're going to be high vibe, and you're going to have this great time. It's awesome. So here I am, this big fire. And then little naysayer who's like, there's a man on a throne in the clouds who does this, not aliens. And he comes into my energy, and I just stay fire because he's ice. What's going to happen? His ice is going to start to transform. It's going to start to melt. And he can be like, oh, that's comfortable. I really like the warmth of this. I'm going to get some marshmallows and have myself a snacky snack. Or he's going to be like, gross. And he's going to go away. Number ones, you do not have to force change. You do not have to force change. All you are required to do is own your fire. When you own your fire, everything will step up and match you, or it will step out. Your lover, your friends, your career, your 9 to 5 grind, your 3D job that you hate so much, it will all transform if you just hold on to your fire and you keep fueling that fire, aka high vibration. So doing the healing that needs to happen, paying attention to your thoughts, paying attention to your energy, paying attention to everything that you surround yourself with, you will become. And if you are not choosing to be high vibrational, you will feel the ice, and it will melt a little bit and start to put your fire out. So own your energy, own your thoughts. That is message number one. Let's go into message number two. I was just about to check my calendar because I'm pretty sure my call is at 3:30, but I don't even know. But I got TikTok going on over here. So let's go into number twos. I don't even know what that means. Oh, okay. I will tell you now. I don't show you the cards because I'm not traditional. I'm not going to sit there and tell you, read what the card says or what the fucking book says. And I don't use tarot because it's too definitive. And I would rather spirit and energy and your isness talk to me instead of being told what to tell you. So I'm connecting in. I want to show you the card, but I'm not going to show you the card. Here's what I'm going to say. How heart centered can you be? Number two, so those of you that picked the second card, how heart centered can you be? Are you living from your heart? Are you living from, like, how do I put it? Like, are you looking passion? Could you just go get some passion, please? You are lacking. The more passion we have, the easier it is to sustain our vibration. The easier it is to keep that fire going, the easier it is to receive inspired action, the easier it is to attract in the lover, the job, the prosperity, the things. Passion is where it's at. So we are going to seek passion. Those of you that chose card number two, heart centered passion. What fuels you? What fuels you? What sets you on fire? What makes you be like, yes? For me, it's having deep, deep, deep conversation. Oh, I love it. I love it. I do it with my man, my fiance, every night in the hot tub. I'm like, let's just talk about the best parts of our day. Oh, it's so good. And that's not to say that I'm all like love and light. Like, no, 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 no. I'm not. I will be like, I got some tea to spill and some shit to talk. Can you hold a bucket for me to put it in? And he'll hold an energetic bucket and I will dump my ego all in it. And I'll be like, that was great. Thank you for letting me be seen, heard, and valued. Now let's go into the good stuff. And we'll move into stuff that fuels us, our vision of the future, the properties that we're buying, our endless trips across the side of the planet, where we're going for our honeymoon, all the things that we're going to do. So, can you seek passion? What serves you? Is it food, like really good food, cooking, music? Oh, come on, music. It's so good. Um, Fuel yourself, seek passion, and you're going to find centering. I feel like some of you feel like you're sinking a little bit. Um, and that could be energetically, it could be like sinking into old habits, it could be feeling trapped or snared, or like you're slowly beginning to suffocate. So, passion is going to help you move out of that. So, you want to seek passion for sure. Some of you are feeling overstretched. So, set some boundaries. No, what's my last name? My last name is N-O. It is a complete sentence. You can just say no, no. And if you're too uncomfortable to say no, say no, thank you. But thanks for asking. Start saying no. Master it. Um, Boundaries are going to be really important. The most important boundary is a boundary between here and here. So get that boundary going. No low vibe conversation, no smack talk, none of that stuff. Get her done. All right. That is all I have time for today. I love you guys madly. For those of you that want information on the Ascension Mastery course that's happening on Tuesday, my last one, I'm going to miss it so much. Just email us at reachout@diamondknow.com. You guys know how to find us. It's fine. I'll see you there. And I will see you. I'm here every Thursday, answer questions on the tube of you at Diamond Know. So I'll see you next. Actually, I won't see you next Thursday. My team is here. You'll see us because I'll be posting all kinds of goofy pictures of us. But part of my team is here on Thursday. Part of them arrives. One of them arrives tomorrow, and the rest of them arrive next week. So we're gonna have an amazing time. We'll post lots of fun stuff for you. There will be inflatable unicorn outfits because that's what we do, right, Bex? It'll be a thing. We're gonna run around in unicorn outfits. Ricky, you know you're getting one too. Dare, obviously, you know that. So, all right, we'll see you guys then. Have the best week. Follow the daily forecast. It's up on TikTok and it's up on YouTube. So I break it down every single day for you. Newsletter, diamondknow.com. Sign up for the newsletter for the free monthly forecast for August because it's wild. And I'll see you when I see you. Mwah. Thank you. I love you. Go look for a million reasons to say thank you. I love you. And I'll see you then. I have no idea how to end TikTok. There we go. Bye.